Hi YouTube, it's Angel Marie TV and I'm back with another video. And this video, if you already saw the thumbnail, which you should have, is I'm tired of being fat. Yeah. So anyway, I hope this video doesn't offend anyone or make people upset, but I entitled it I'm tired of being fat because that's what I say to myself. So I just want to take you back a little bit and let you know how I'm feeling. I'm basically venting, and I hope other people can relate to this. I have PCOS. I talked about it in another video. I'll leave that link for the other video below and probably somewhere in this video, probably at the end. And I talked about PCOS, and I say that PCOS caused me to gain some weight, and you know, that's part of my problem, but a lot of the problem is me. Keeping it real, 100, it's not just the PCOS. I feel like I've let myself go and I need to snap out of this, get back to where I used to be. I'll put a couple pictures up while I'm talking, but I relatively was thin or medium or whatever, a normal weight a couple years ago, not even a couple, but I would say about 4 years ago now, maybe 5, I don't know. In college, when I was in college, I was fairly average. I think a lot of people were surprised when I was average, how much I did weigh, because it was kind of high, and I'm tall, so like people were like, that's a lot. It was like 170, I believe it was, and I didn't look 170, I looked smaller apparently, but I have a different build. It's all about how you're built, and then your height and your bone density, and there's a whole bunch of other factors. But anyway, that's how much I used to weigh. My biggest was like, I don't even know, 200 and something. I used to avoid the scale at all costs. I used to stop looking at the scale. After a while, I would say 250 was my biggest, I don't know, and then it kept fluctuating, and I started eating really bad once I got to college, and even worse the second year. You know how you gain the freshman 15? Well, I feel like I gained the freshman 100, which which it didn't take a whole year or semester to gain that. It took 4 years, and it was because I wasn't doing anything anymore, no activities. I wasn't going to the gym, and I wasn't eating right. I thought I could eat whatever I wanted and still be the same weight like I was in high school. That was not the case. When I was in high school, I did softball, I did dance, I did cheerleading, I did activities, I had gym every day. I did things that kept me in the shape that I was, and I ate like crap. I used to have a big cookie every day in high school, like this big, every day, then some mozzarella sticks, some french fries, and whatever, like, and nothing would happen. And I remember one year, I think I was 16, I got really small, where I feel like that was my smallest I've ever been, where I was like a size 8. And you know, I was happy at that weight. I was healthy. And then I think I went up a little bit my senior year because I stopped doing sports. I just decided to work. I quit cheerleading and didn't do softball, so I had gained maybe a little bit more weight, so it was 9, 10-ish, and then I lost it again when I went to this summer program for college in the summer. I got super small there because I didn't eat. The food was disgusting, and I just didn't eat, which isn't healthy, but that's what happened. So, like I said, I'll put a couple quick pictures of how I used to look and how I look now, and just venting about I'm tired of being fat. Like, this is the thing. I never was considered fat all through high school. Basically, I think middle school I was a little chunky, and then I lost it like 7th, 8th grade. So 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Then college I wasn't. And then I think my junior, senior year I started gaining weight, so I was considered like big. But I never was big my whole life, and I think it's different for people who have been big their whole life as opposed to someone who was a certain weight and now they are this type of weight, because people tend to say things to you and they tend to get to you. And I remember just like even relatives like, what happened, you used to be thin, or geez, you're fat now. Things like that. Friends, I remember one of my best friends was like, you know, telling me I was gaining weight but trying to do it in a nice way, and asking, am I okay? And that was like on the cusp of like, I had just gained like maybe 20 pounds. Yeah. Or I remember meeting a guy and him telling me, oh, you look like a Lane Bryant model. Yeah. And that was like, should I be happy that he called me that? And I wasn't at first. I was like, what? Because, you know, I wasn't used to that type of attention. Someone telling me, like, you are kind of big or you are big. I didn't get that before. So I was like, is that a compliment? And he was like, yeah, definitely. You know, because you're bigger, but you look good. Like, and it was just, like, weird. You know, like, when did I become the fat chick? You know, like, that's basically what I thought to myself. And my confidence started going down, 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 down. I stopped dressing up. I started wearing makeup, which I can do a video about that too, but I didn't wear makeup my whole entire life till I was 22 years old. Swear to God, hand to God. I would only wear lip gloss, and I think one time I tried like some eyeshadow when I was in high school, but I never wore makeup, never thought I needed it because I was too cute. I didn't need makeup, you know, and I was smaller and I just had all this confidence exuding from me and thought I didn't need it. And then as soon as I gained weight, I started wearing makeup every single day. Every single day. To compensate for my insecurities, to make me feel better about myself, which isn't good, but that's the reality, and this is me being real. This is what I did. So, and to this day, like, I think my confidence is coming back a little bit, but I'm still not confident. I don't wear makeup every day like I used to, but I wear it to compensate for this, as I say, my body. I don't take any body pics anymore. They are not posted on my Instagram. They are not posted on Facebook, nothing. I don't do it. But yeah, like, I shouldn't have been offended by the Lane Bryant comment because Lane Bryant models are bomb. Look at Ashley Graham. She looked bad as hell. But I was. And it's because I'm not happy with myself. And people clearly like to point it out for me. Thanks, guys. And it makes me feel worse. But I'm trying my best. And I know that eventually I won't be in this body anymore and I can be comfortable. But for now, I'm just not. And it sucks because, you know, people who were not big their entire life, it's like people look at you different, you look at yourself different, you're like, how did I let myself get to this point? And it's like stressful, hard, you know, especially being a female in this world, being bigger, you get shit for it, you know, like being a woman in general you get shit for it, but being bigger you get shit for it. So I think that it's funny because a lot of other females use the fat thing as a mechanism to get at somebody. So for instance, on one of my videos, some girl didn't like what I said. She called me a fat bitch. I didn't care, don't know her. But that's what she resorted to because that's what she had to do to make herself feel better. Like, what can I get on her about? What is bad about her? Oh, she's fat. Let me get on that. So yeah, I mean, and that happened when I started, you know, way before I started YouTube. You know, people like to do, you know, things that make them feel better. So overall though, I'm making steps to not be the fat girl, but I think somehow I'm always going to feel like the fat girl because it has affected my self-confidence and things like that. I mean, as I talked about in my last video, my weight loss update or update in general, I've been eating better, going to the gym. I have a very stressful job. Sometimes I can't make it to the gym and I get really upset about it, but I'm keep trying to be the best person I can be for myself. I'm not trying to lose weight for anyone. I'm not trying to lose weight for my family. I'm not trying to lose weight for anyone but me, my friends, anyone. I'm doing this to help me health-wise because I do have PCOS, so I do want to do this for my health, number one, and number two, my self-confidence. So I'm just sharing a little bit about how frustrated I get and how upsetting it is to know where you were and know where you want to be and you're in the middle stuck. So yeah, you know, I will be having a video for the military diet soon, guys. I think I said this in my last video and I haven't been able to post it yet because once again my job is ridiculous. But yeah, I'll have that up and I'll keep updating you on updating you guys on my weight loss journey. And comment down below, like this video, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys.